Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to put a handle onto a mug base. The mug base is leather hard and I've just trimmed the bottom of it. And then these are handles, and I have a previous video filmed for you on how to pull the handles. Now these handles have been sitting for about an hour just out in the open in my classroom. And now they're stiff enough that they're holding their curved shape, but they can still move a little bit. So it's perfect time to put them on. All right, I'm going to use a pin tool, and I've also got a toothbrush and a little bit of water here. So the first thing to do is to decide when you're looking at your mug whether you want to have the thicker part at the top or at the bottom. And lately I've been enjoying having a good solid place for my thumb at the top of the mug. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the handle and I'm going to use the pin tool just to cut straight across and get rid of this lump of clay off the bottom of it. And then I'm going to take my handle and kind of soften that top part like this. There we go. And then I have to decide how it's going to fit best onto the mug. So here, it's still a little bit long, so I'm going to shorten it a bit. And again, I'm just using the pin tool to cut off a little bit at a time. There we go. And that looks like it's about the right size and shape for this mug. So then what I do is I'm going to hold it carefully in place. And I always do this over top of a table, just in case the handle falls off. And then I'm going to make marks where the handle is sitting because I'm happy with the placement of it. There we go. So you can see I've made some marks here at the top and the bottom of where the handle sits. And then I mentioned before that this mug is leather hard. So I'm going to just scratch in a cross hatching pattern across like that. And then the same into this space here. Like that. And then I use my wet toothbrush, so I'm just going to tap some of the water off, and I'm going to scrub that a little bit and let that soften for a moment while I prep the handle. Now the handle's wetter, so I find I can actually just scratch it up a little bit with the toothbrush, like this and like this. And then I always do putting on the thick part first. So I'm going to put one hand inside my mug, and then I'm going to put the handle up to my spot like this, and then I will hold and press, and I'm just going to wiggle it back and forth until it stops moving completely. And then I will do the same thing down at the bottom. And right now I'm not worried about the shape if the shape's not perfect. I'm just worried about getting it to stop wiggling, and then I know it's joined properly. Then once you've got it joined properly, the next thing you want to do is turn the mug and look at it like this. And what you're looking for is that the handle here, here, lines up to the center of the mug here, and that the top and the bottom are directly above and below each other. So I like to look down on the mug like this to make sure it's perfectly lined up. And then the last step is going to be just to smooth where you've attached and shape the handle into the shape that you want it to be. And once you're happy with your handle, I like to cover my mugs again in plastic for one more night, just so that the handle can catch up in the drying process with the mug. If you don't recover them for at least a night, then I find that you'll get some cracking at the join because it's just drying unevenly and too quickly. So there we go, putting a handle on the mug.